DJA TV.
Hi guys, welcome to DJM TV Daily News Update, your one-stop channel for everything news and gist happening in Nigeria and all over the world. This is your first time of joining us, a very big welcome. Do not forget to go a step further, like, share this video, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell so you'll be one of the first persons to get notified whenever we drop any new video. Now let's take you straight up into the main news.
The endsar panel report is one of the best ever produced, says Falana. Hi guys, this is the DJM Daily News Update. 3 days after the report released by the Judicial Panel of Inquiry on the restitution of victims of the SARS and related abuse, Femi Falana, a human rights lawyer and a senior advocate of Nigeria, SAN, has described the report as the best that has been produced in a long time in Nigeria. Panel has reported that 9 endsars protesters were killed at the Lekki toll gate on the 20th of October 2020. In a video we're about to watch, we saw Femi Falana, who spoke about a leaked version of the report indicting the operative of the Nigerian Army and Police, and also on the social media, the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu set up a formal committee to review the panel's report and report back with the white paper. The panel gave everybody fair hearing according to Femi Falana and bent over backward to accommodate those who should have been sent packing, did a thorough analysis of the evidence and arrived at the recommendation that tails with the finding. Let's watch the video, we'll be right back.
Why the substance is okay, what is in circulation was clearly not the report submitted to the government. In other words, there were some errors according to him. So it could just have been one of the drafts submitted to the government. But what is important is that the findings have not been challenged, the recommendations have not been challenged, the review of evidence has not been challenged.
Release your statement alongside several other statements that several other people released. They were of the impression that you predicated that statement on the report that was in circulation.
For sure, for sure, for sure.
Which is now not, which they say is now not the main report that they're.
Well, I mean, you can understand what is being said. I.e., we didn't leak this report, and we have submitted our report to the government for its consideration. But nobody has come out to say that what is in circulation is forged, or that it doesn't represent our recommendations. I think what the young gentleman was saying was that there are certain errors, but he also concluded by saying that, that is our report. Okay. No matter what is in circulation reflects our report. I think whoever released the report, or those who released the report, wanted to ensure, right, that there's no cover-up. That's the old essence. Because in the past, we have had situations in this country where panels of inquiry sat and the report never saw the light of day. Oh, yes. I remember the Akambi Judicial Panel of Inquiry that investigated killings of students in 1986. Because the federal government could not believe the findings. So simply refused to release the report. But I think the news magazine published the report. There was also an incident under the Abuja junta. Judges were investigated. Many were recommended for dismissal or retirement on grounds of misconduct or corruption. The government did not release the report, for implementation. So you have situations like this, where reports are leaked in order to pressurize the government.
But they challenge.
To act on the recommendations. The government never released the report.
Well, there are
but
those.
It's in circulation.
But there are those.
And I think Abdusalami Abubakar, they didn't want to go to the panel.
Yeah, but that was the
So
reason.
they went to the court. And what the court said was that the federal government, the president, can only set up a commission for inquiry in Abuja. It is the power of the state governors to set up panels of inquiry in the state, which we invoke this time around when some people question the powers of the state government to set up a commission of inquiry. But the Oputa panel was set up in Abuja, not in Lagos or Sokoto state. And so, the bulk of the evidence was taken in Abuja. No, but cover up, some generals, when they should carry out investigation, government should change, certain things in the way and manner the country is governed. Of course, the government was not very comfortable. So, government simply,
Okay, now
put the report in the archive. But people publish the report.
Exactly.
Identified by the panel itself. A lot happened. Oh, a lot happened. A lot happened. People know how certain people were killed. Contrary to the story in the media. Others have gone to court. And one of them, we've just got instructions from a family to go to court based on the revelation in the Oputa panel. We say, why? What have you been doing? But it's never too late when you are talking of crimes against humanity. So we're taking steps to go to court. Others have taken steps to ensure implementation. I've told you about the Judicial Commission for Inquiry.
The reason I'm asking
for the government in a neo-colonial environment like our own to stop impunity. The essence of a report like this is to empower the victims, the relations, those who are alive, the human rights community, and those who believe in justice to ensure that the recommendations are implemented. That's the whole essence of the report. How are we going to prosecute those who are going to be indicted? How are we going to ensure that compensation is paid to the families of those who were killed? For instance, we had to send the Nigerian to the panel, to the TRRC. That's the Truth Reparation, Commission in that country. Because 9 Nigerians were killed among 54 young West African migrants who were going to Europe via the Gambia or North Africa. And Yagame killed them. 9 of them are Nigerians. I was only able to trace the family of one of them. And so we had to dispatch the brother to go to the Gambia to give evidence. I also handled the cases of 2 journalists who were killed. One was tortured, one was killed by the regime. Okay, we gave evidence. So, and the question of accountability is going on in Africa. In the 80s, in the 70s and 90s, nothing will happen. But today, whoever you are, once you are accused of crimes against humanity, genocidal acts, you are going to be brought to book. Either at the ICC or in a local court, hybrid court. You know what happened to Charles Taylor? He's in jail. He's sentenced to 50 years imprisonment. He thought that would never happen. And African leaders said, no. With what has happened to Charles Taylor, we don't want this to become the normal practice. We're going to do it ourselves. And so Senegal was asked by the African Union to amend this criminal code to allow the trial. And the man was tried, sentenced to life imprisonment. He just passed on, I think a few months ago. Now, in the case of Blaise Compaoré, former president of Burkina Faso, the trial has just commenced after 34 years of the brutal killing of Thomas Sankara, the best soldier to govern, a military, a leader to govern any African country. So the trial has just commenced. The point I'm making, therefore, is that there is no room for impunity any longer. If the Lagos State government hadn't set up this inquiry, the young people are so organized. They had already lined up a number of activities to expose those who committed what they regard as crimes against humanity on the 20th of October. Certain things. 1, 28 states out of 36 and the Federal Capital Territory set up judicial commissions of inquiry. Some of them have submitted their reports. Some are writing their reports. Some have not concluded sittings. So what has happened in Lagos is just one out of 28 reports that we're expecting. And these panels of inquiry were set up under the law, under the Tribunal of Inquiry law in each of the states. Whoever is recommended for sanction or prosecution, whether you are a federal public officer or a state public officer or a private individual, you can be prosecuted under the law. But if a federal officer commits murder in Lagos, he's going to be charged before the Lagos High Court. The Federal High Court has no jurisdiction on it. The Federal Attorney General cannot prosecute him because it's a state offense. I think the military officers who were summoned by the panel to appear and defend themselves didn't quite understand that. They were not properly advised to appreciate that this is a commission of inquiry set up under the law, and that we have a duty under the law to give evidence and defend ourselves. I think they thought, oh, we are going to walk away because we cannot be brought to book. The panel, of course, didn't want to waste his time by summoning them and insisting. The panel could have insisted, you have to appear. But the panel didn't just want to waste his time. These guys have given evidence before us. When it now came to hearing the cases against them, the evidence again, they disappear. That you ran away because you have no defense to these allegations. And the panel so found. Yes. Because the panel observed the rules of evidence, gave everybody fair hearing, bent over backward to accommodate those who should have been sent packing, did a thorough job, thorough analysis, recommendations that tallied with the findings. So it was a thoroughgoing exercise. One of the best reports ever produced by a Judicial Commission for Inquiry in Nigeria. I made a broadcast last year, in 2020. Based on the information given to him. I'm sure you are aware that 5 times the Minister of Information, Alhaji Lai Muhammad, has said nobody was killed. The Attorney General said, Mr. Abubakar Malami said that those who appeared in Lekki, were not Nigerian soldiers. People just put on military, uniform to perpetrate atrocities. But now even the military denied ever going there. It was when the young people, these guys are so advanced in digital technology. And the panel found that even Loma, Lagos State, went there, the police went there to do a cleanup in the night, in the early hours of the morning of 21st, so that there will be no trace. But by the time the panel visited the local scene, the scene of the incident, they were still able to pick some bullets, expired bullets. The military came, denied ever firing leather weapons. Now, how did people die? Because the chief pathologist of the state, Professor John Obafunwa, a renowned expert, internationally recognized, gave evidence to the fact that 99 dead bodies were dumped in the various mortuaries in Lagos State between 19th of October and 24th, 5 days. One of them said, I think Legend, that's the name of the guy, said, they thought I was dead. So I was put in the van with 11 dead bodies. So the panel painstakingly analyzed the evidence of every witness before arriving at its conclusion. So it is difficult. It is difficult to cover up what happened on that day. And anybody who attempted to cover up will be sanctioned. Any organization like the those who manage Lekki, the what do you call them? That company.
LCC.
Yeah, there are recommendations because they disable their system in order to cover up, and the planet so fund. And you can't do that in a civilized society because you are serving the public unless we organize our system in a way that the life of every citizen or everybody in Nigeria is valued and respected. Won't come out of this.
Welcome back, guys. Here we have it. We saw.
Thank you so much for staying with us till the very end of this video. Do not forget to go a step further if you've not done so. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Also, do not forget to like and share this video. Do follow us on all our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also check out our website at www.djmtv.news. Guess what, guys? From the 1st of August 2021, DJMTV offers you an opportunity to report your events from where you are on our channel. We call it Report Yourself to the World. You want to be a part of this great program? Then please click on our bio, send us a message, and we'll give you details on how to report yourself to the world. Till I come your way again with another exciting edition of DJMTV Daily News Update, I remain your host, Lawuru Favor.
Yeah.
DJMTV. DJMTV.
Fulani people don't say no, they don't like us.
Welcome to DJMTV.
DJMTV. DJMTV. DJMTV. DJMTV.
Some of the delegates and ask them questions.
DJMTV. DJMTV.